Tony Watkins is an author from Montgomery. His book, Shackled Again, explores important events and personal stories of people during the civil rights movement. His journey began when, as a young boy, he found shackles buried underneath his great-grandmother's home. WVUA 23's Ajane Robinson shares more of his story.
Without knowing what this meant, Watkins went to his Madeira for more answers and eventually learned more about what happened to her family as slaves. One story Watkins shared with me was about Madeira's grandmother and how she was interested in books, but her overseer saw her interest and then burned her hand in a brush fire so she wouldn't pick up another book.
I began to weep and cry, and she looked at me, she smiled, she said, "What you crying for, boy?" I said, "Because of the story." She said, "Well, no one will be able to burn your hands. You can pick up a book."
Watkins says that's what ultimately got him started on his journey, was when he asked his grandmother about a freedom rider, and she told him, if you want to know more, go find it.
That actually catapulted the idea of me going around and interviewing over 100. I have 108 stories of oral testimonies, not only with freedom riders, but anyone who was the foot soldier, anyone who was maybe had a story to tell under the Jim Crow era.
Watkins traveled from Alabama to South Carolina and to Georgia to interview people such as retired General Colin Powell, to Dick Gregory and other freedom riders, to the last man that covered the murder of Emmett Till.
A lot was research, and a lot of it was by word of mouth. And one good thing about it was that now you have a lot of freedom riders say, okay, we got someone that look like us that can tell our story. And I was able to sit down at a lot of dinner tables and just talk to them and actually record their stories. And they was actually show me some marks and reflect back on the time.
For more information on Tony Watkins and his work, go to shackledagain.com.